guys, Justin Fuller, Director of Digital Sales for TrueSpot, and today I'm out at Silver Star Motors here in Queens, New York, and we're getting these guys set up to start tracking their vehicles through service. So when they're living in this service drive that you see behind me, in a couple buildings they have across the street or down the way, they're gonna be able to locate that car quickly so they can start doing the work to it. So let's show you how we do it. Let's hop on in. All right, guys, so if we're getting you set up with fixed stops to be able to track your vehicles or your vehicles and keys, the first thing we got to do is set up a network. And the network consists of a few different things. The first being on the outside of buildings or in areas like this, we're going to set up solar gateways. So this is going to hold about a month's worth of charge so that you can see those cars and those keys as they float around the lot. Now, the second part to this is going to be inside of buildings. Now, inside of storage areas like this one and a couple others that they have, we're going to use these interior gateways that plug into a USB or a power outlet. So all of these are going to talk to a base station, which is going to allow you to see those data points when you open up your phone or the desktop dashboard so you can start locating keys, cars, or anything else that you're tracking with us. All right, guys, so let's talk about the tags that we're using to track the vehicles and track the keys. So I'm walking up on my customer's car, right? I'm gonna go ahead and hop in this car, and typically I would do a walk around and fill out some paperwork. So for the sake of this, I'd hop in, I grab the mileage, maybe make some notations on the car, and then I'm typically gonna put some sort of tag in the window or on the mirror so I can notate what's connected to this car, right? So all I've done is made that tag trackable. So now when I open up the app or the desktop dashboard, I can type in the number 200 and I can see where this vehicle's at. So if it's on the service drive, if it's over at the shop, if it's at the Sprinter lot, or one of their spillover lots. Now, if you're tracking keys, same thing, guys. I take my customer's keys, I've got carabiners on them that have matching numbers and tracking tags on them. All I gotta do, simply pop this on, right? So now, whenever I search the app, I go up to 200, it's gonna show me where the keys are living. So they may be living on a pegboard or with a service advisor, right? Or in a desk somewhere. And then the keys in the car are gonna be somewhere else, right? They may be together, they may be in separate areas. So you have the ability to track the keys and the cars all from one place. All right, guys, so here we are on the phone app and I'm mirroring my phone to the screen over here so that you can see and understand exactly how this works. So there's two very important things I wanna show you. One, how to run a general search. How do I find, a vehicle or keys in a vehicle depending on what you're tracking at your store? And then of course, hey, just walk me through some basics to the app. So I'm gonna start you at the bottom left corner where it says dashboard. If I jump to this button, it's gonna pull up several different tabs that I can go through, last sightings of keys, but specifically I'm interested in location of inventory. As a fixed ops manager, this is quickly gonna give me the ability to see exactly where I'm currently storing vehicles. So for these guys, since they are storing vehicles at several different locations, which I can show you on the map here real quick so you can kind of see and understand, there are different buildings. So if I'm going to find a car, I may have to walk between some buildings to find it, right? So to quickly be able to view that, I can look at the screen right here and go, okay, I've got 143 in the service drive, 5 in the Sprinter shop, 65 in the new building, 22 in the back lot, 89 in the main shop, and 6 that are currently off premise. So maybe these have been sent off for like recalls or whatever the case may be. So it's very easy to understand, and I can click into any of these. So if I wanted to click into the Sprinter shop, right, I can absolutely do that, and then it'll list out those 5 vehicles that are sitting over at the Sprinter shop. So on the tag where I was showing you a number, you can see on the screen, this first one, Homer Green 214. The next one 240, then 608, and so forth and so on as I scroll down these. And you can see that they've divided these out by some different colors depending on who it's specifically assigned to, right? Now, as far as running a search, let's say I was coming in here and I was searching out 214. Well, all I'd have to done was come up here, type in 214, run the search, boom, it'll pull up and it'll show me just that specific tag number, right? So once I get that tag number pulled up, cool, I'm on 214. At that point, then I could jump in and it's gonna show me where that vehicle is at. Now, it'll show you where the key is at as well. However, this particular store is only tracking the vehicles since they have a logistical issue that they're running into as far as getting work done, finding cars, and delivering back to customers. So on here, I can quickly look at this. I can zoom in, I can zoom out, but it's telling me on the screen, right? Location, Sprinter shop, level 1, since there are multiple locations there. They do have separate locations, and I can tell you what level of vehicle is currently living on, and then what area, right? It's in the North Sprinter Tech Base, and I can show you in what part of the building. So if you get over there, you know to be on level 1, and you know to walk up to this. Now, you will appear as a blue dot on the screen, so if you're walking towards this, you'll be able to see where yourself is in compared, or relation to, I should say, the vehicle specifically, right? So very easy to understand. In the About section, you're gonna see some, some brief info, anything related to the car. The notes is where things can get important. I could add a note, I could tag a person, say, hey, I wanna tag, Justin, which is me, and then leave a note. Justin, car needs to be pushed in, doesn't start, need to jump out the battery, or just something, you know, basic. Hey, work's almost done, waiting on one part, whatever the case may be. This way I can keep updates on them if I want them, right? Maybe simple notes just related to the car. Hey, damage to the left side, notated it, just so that if ever comes up, we can keep track of that and say, hey, maybe we took video or pictures when the car came in, but maybe not, right? I just want to be able to kind of keep track of that. So understand you have a notes section that you can use to your advantage. So I'm going to jump back out of this, right? So that was searching through the location of inventory. So let me go back to the main screen here. So as a tech, as a lot porter, maybe as a guy who's working in sales who wants to sell one of these, if it's a car going to recon, I would go into find a key and find a car. Maybe we just took this vehicle in on trade off of somebody, and then I would type in that number, right? Whatever that number may be. So let's pretend for a second it's 129, which is that very top one. I click into it, boom, shows me where the car is at. So this one's in the main shop on level 2 in the main storage. So I know which level it's on, and I know in which building it's on, and then I know in what part of the building that it's on as well. So very easy to start using this tool to understand exactly where a car's at, what level it's on, what building it's in, and key-wise, if you are tracking keys, I can do this exact same thing as well, helping you track the keys to that vehicle and the cars if they're living on a pegboard, a key hook, in a tech bay, wherever they might get placed, right? So let's hop over to the desktop dashboard and show you a couple extra things. Okay, so here we are on the desktop dashboard, and this is just going to give you a little bit higher up view, literally and figuratively, so that you can really understand where things are. So kind of as I was describing earlier, I'm going to zoom out a little bit on the map. You can see that they have vehicles that live in a couple different buildings across 3 or 4 different blocks, right? So finding a vehicle can sometimes be a little bit challenging for these guys. Now, currently you can see those pins, so much as I showed you in the app where it'll tell you exactly how many vehicles are living where. You have that current setup right here. Now I can turn these on to pins if you want to see exactly where the vehicles are at, or I can leave the counts on so you can kind of see, hey, over here, you know, at the service shop, I've got 143, right? So very easy to understand. And then on the right side, I have every single tag that's currently living, right? That they have, that they're tracking. So at any point, I can scroll down here to any of them, click on one, boom, it'll pull up, show me where the vehicle's at, right? So it's showing me in the building, it's in the main shop, and then it's telling me main shop over here, level 2, in the main storage east, right? So I know what part of the building, I know what level of the building, and then when I get over there, I can figure out exactly where it's at. So very easy to understand this when I'm looking at it. Now, much as I was showing you on the app, over here, you can see that same tab over here of 143 vehicles in the service drive, 6 in the Sprinter shops, 66 in the new building, 21 in the back lot, and so forth and so on, right? So very easy to understand. Now, when I'm coming across here, I do have last sightings of inventory, which is kind of a cool one. So if one of these tags leaves your campus area, right, it leaves one of these geofences and is gone for an extended period of time, you have the ability to see which tags. So if I looked at 24 to 72 hours, it's going to show me 3 different tags that have left. Now, they may have made it back on by now, but they were gone for an extended period of time. So this way I can understand if we've sent something off to get a part, to get a recall. Maybe we had to send it to a different shop for something specific, right? If you were upfitting the vehicle, or maybe it's just a case that it was, hey, we needed a part that we didn't have, or whatever the case may be, right? So very easy to understand if a vehicle leaves and is gone for an extended period of time. I want to know. Not only can I check it here, but you can also set up automated alerts to where you receive emails every day related to these vehicles. So kind of helpful to know when it comes across. Now, there's a lot of other tabs up here, but primarily most of these are going to be all applied to the lot management side, so the retail side. Now, if you're interested in the retail side, I'd be more than happy to go over. I've got plenty of videos showing you how that works, but these guys are strictly using this on the fixed op side to just track vehicles. So, as I was saying, when you're on here, of course, you can get that higher up view. You can see multiple vehicles at once, right? So if I wanted to run, if I was looking for all of the cars in the Sprinter shop or something specifically going on, great. I can come over here, click on the 6 that are living in the Sprinter shop. I can turn the map off, see these 6, and then quickly look at notes connected to them, right? So if I wanted to go through and see what notes were going on or be able to export this list, I absolutely can. I can simply come over here, hit the export button, boom, it creates a CSV file, which is available to you in Excel, and then I could shoot this off and go, hey, these 6 ROs, right? These tag numbers connected to those ROs, can you tell me what's going on with these vehicles? I just want to check up on the Sprinter shop, make sure these guys are keeping up with their work. Easy enough to do, right? So from a side of managing your people, managing the work being done, this is a quick way to check what's in the shop, what's being worked on, and then be able to ask about it. And then on top of that, help everyone involved in the process locate the cars quicker, locate the keys if you're tracking them quicker, so that they can find the keys, find the cars, do the work, get the car done, and get it back to the customer so that y'all can turn and, of course, make more money. All right, guys, so we made it through the Fixed Ops 360 tool, and you got to see how Silver Star Mercedes in New York City, New York, is using it to track their vehicles. Now, if you have questions, comments, concerns, want to learn a little bit more about it, I have plenty of videos that are going to go over this. At the end of this video, I'll actually put up a link to where you can check out other store setups. Additionally, I'll also have it set up where you can see the retail side, the lot management side. So if you want to check out a couple of those. Now, understand that I also offer a third product, which is going to be True Recon. So if you want to take our tracking tags and start tracking how long a vehicle spends in each step of your recon process and then the overall process, understand that I have a tool for that. And chances are it's probably a little bit cheaper than the one you're currently using, if you're using one. So understand I've got 3 different products I'd love to talk to you about. If you have questions, comments, concerns, I will throw up my info at the end on the screen, and then it'll be in the description as well, along with a link to set up a demo, my email, and my cell phone number if you want to give me a call or text. Other than that, look forward to hearing from you. Hope you're doing well, and we'll see you later, guys!